Hey everyone, we've got the least exciting video from Salt Lake City Crits this weekend. Sorry, not a single punch is going to be thrown in this one. If you haven't seen the fighting that ensued after the men's pro race, you should hop on any Instagram cycling meme page and check it out, because it's kind of ridiculous what USA Crit Racing has turned into. But in the meantime, got the footage from the men's 1-2-3 race. We can call it the undercard fight, if you will. Um, there was probably 40 people in this race. It was so hot out, like over 100 degrees. In this, they called it downtown on the flyer, which if you look around, that's pretty funny. Not downtown. It's like in this industry area. It's like kind of up and coming, I guess, but not a hip downtown area. And the pavement kind of sucked. This side's not bad, but the home stretch was like, would rattle your teeth out. It was so bad. Um, Anyways, this is like 20 minutes into the race. There's a break of two up the road and a group of three trying to bridge up. And so I ditched the peloton and I'm trying to bridge across the group of three. And that guy that you just saw shooting backwards was one of the guys in the group of three. So now it's only a group of two I was going across to. But didn't matter. Our team, Primality Denver, had the most guys in this race with like probably six of us. And nobody else had more than one teammate, and we missed this move. So it was kind of on us to get involved. We didn't want to sit on the front and chase it back. So I'm trying to bridge up here, and I get across to this first group pretty easily. And the gap wasn't that big at this point. I think if you listen real closely, you can hear the announcer say 13 seconds maybe, which is not bad. And I still had some confidence in it. These guys seem pretty strong, especially the guy on the left. He was tearing legs off for sure. But I was a little confused by what the announcers were saying the whole time. I thought they were like, they kept saying we were racing for sixth. And I was like, I swear there's only two people up the road. But they were like, the messaging was intended for the field, but they were like saying it while we were coming through, and so it led to a lot of confusion. Anyways, I rolled in, we're in the gap here. There's two guys ahead of us in the field behind us, group of three. We rolled for a few laps, and the first couple laps I was there, we were making progress towards the breakaway, but then we started going the wrong way, and in retrospect, I was feeling pretty good during this effort. Like, my heart rate's kind of high, but I think that's mostly because it was 100 degrees out, and I wish, after sitting in for like a couple of laps, I wish I had just gone across and tried to do my own thing to get across to the other two guys. And then, like, you know, hopefully once the field brings back those other two, they kind of forget about the breakaway that's up the road, which is kind of what happened. You'll see when we get brought back, the breakaway is like pretty far gone at that point. Like, their gap has just ballooned. I was looking on Strava after, and I think they only averaged like 26 miles an hour while they were away from the field, which is not that fast in a 1-2-3 race. Sounds pretty manageable. Bummed I missed that move, but still made a pretty good effort to get there. And you'll see, here's the field. We're getting swallowed back up. So that was kind of disappointing. But at this point, I think there's maybe 4 laps to go. And so I was feeling pretty tired from sitting out in front that long. Didn't think I was going to be very good for a sprint, so I decided, hooked up with the teammates maybe a lap or two earlier, was like, hey, I'll lead you guys out. So here we are with, I don't know, 2.5 laps to go. So we've got one teammate, Nick, in front of me, and there's two more guys behind me. And we're starting to go up to the front here. Nick is doing a great job. He did the Cat 3 race already this day, so very impressed with him coming out and doing the second race, and not just like sitting in the race, you know, actively racing. Oh, this is that home stretch with the really bad pavement I was telling you about. There's pretty much just 2 lines. You could go far left like we're doing, and the last corner was like kind of more of a sweeper than a hard corner, so it's pretty easy to just stay left out of the corner. And that was what we did most laps. But the other line, you could go all the way to the right and the pavement was all right, but in the middle it was pretty chattery. And people were only really like using the whole road, like when it would swell up or that sort of thing. Corner 1, it's the tightest corner on the course, but you see it's not that bad. It was pretty easy to like carry a lot of speed up the inside or outside of people who were less comfortable with that corner. And then if you carried your momentum well through corner 1, it was easy to carry momentum through corner 2, which was pretty wide open. You're pedaling through that most every lap. So I'm on the front here. I did not want to be on the front here. I thought this was too early to be on the front with, just the 2 guys behind me. So just kind of easy pedaling, like 200 watts, waiting for somebody to come around. Yeah, the guy's coming. Sorry, that's only power spiked. It's like, knew it was coming. This guy decides to send a hero move. One of my teammates who I was trying to lead out got impatient with it and decided to come around. And I just gonna come back past him like, hey, just relax. I can bring this guy back. You keep saving it. And so this guy, you see when we get to the line, it seemed like he thought we were on the last lap. But we still had a whole nother lap to go once we crossed the start finish. So I'm just trying to drag him back. Not in a huge rush too, because we still have like an entire lap and a little bit to get him. You see, yeah, he just he was coasting there. Yeah, he's cooked. He's donezo. And so I, at this point, was concerned about how long I'd been on the front. And I was, in my head, I was thinking like, all right, when we come out of corner 2, I think the field is just going to like absolutely swamp me. So I was just waiting for it. And so like, I got out of my saddle out of corner 2, like riding as fast as I could. And nobody came past me. And so I like sat down and put my head down. It was just trying to keep the speed up. I wish I had a backwards camera. There'd be a lot more stuff to see on the backwards camera right now. But it was just going. It's funny that it's only like 350 to 400 watts. Felt like a lot more. And then like I'd sit down for a little bit, get out of the saddle again, feel like the swarm is imminent, but it just never came. And so I actually kept it strung out all the way through. This is the second to last corner. And you'll see my shadow. I flicked my elbow here. I was like, I didn't want my teammates to like slow down and wait. But there they go. Sitting second wheel and fourth wheel. Pretty good spot. And this is into the last corner. It's a pretty long straightaway. But so like you don't need to lead it, but the 2 teammates ended up second and third in the field sprint, which was good for, there's still 2 guys up the road, so 4th and 5th on the race. It's pretty solid result. And then the next day we were able to take home the win. So it was a pretty solid weekend in Salt Lake. Some fun dynamic racing. These like what are basically Cat 2-3 races are, it's pretty fun when you get to be the one at the front racing rather than when you're sitting in the back of a pro field just having the race dictated to you by Legion. And no fist fights after our race. Crazy. Thanks for watching.